You can do all this independent too. I'm not saying it's not bad to sign to a label or to like a management. It's just about like the right timing and if you know what you getting yourself into and knowing what you want, learning and understanding. So I decided to be on my own since I was like 15, and I like trapped my way up. I was in the streets, I was made a lot of dumb decisions, you know. My mom lost her jobs and stuff. She had like 2 jobs, like that was paying really good money. And it got to a point where she couldn't give me that much money. She couldn't give me money or buy me skateboards that I wanted or clothes that I wanted. I was like being very disobedient, I ain't gonna lie. I was a wild child. And I just told my mom I'm out. I left the crib, she caught me with drugs, all types of stuff in the crib with a lot of money, like where you getting this money from? I even got a job at Dunkin' Donuts just to try to cover it up type stuff, like, yo, I got a job, this is what I'm doing. Like, from there it was just like, I was hanging out with my homies who are locked up now, doing dumb shit, you know, selling drugs. Whatever we can do to get our hands on some money, we would do it, you know? We were sleeping in the car, running from cops. Well, it was hood rat stuff. Actually, when I was 18, I moved to Newark for like a month. It was like during like when Nas did the Millions March for Eric Garner, and they were doing all the protesting and stuff. And I would just take the Penn Station up here to Manhattan, get lost out here, meet new people. It was a cool vibe, and I couldn't do it. It was too cold. So I went back to Florida and started touring. Like I linked up with my homie Kasky. He signed a Cash Money. He took me down to Birdman spot, made music at the Hit Factory, lived with Birdman for like 2 months. It was like a cool situation, you know, got a lot of advice from him. And then we went on a tour, and that was like my first real like tour on the East Coast and the Midwest. And then like from there, I went back to Florida for like a couple weeks. I'm like, I'm moving to LA. Was homeless, went homeless and everything. Like, didn't know what, like no way, but I was in the studio every day. Like the first day I moved to LA, got in the studio with DJ Fu and Sunny Digital. And we was just working, and then I just worked every day. And I found my way to Dre London and Tess and Bobby, like they're my management team, and we run it now. I was just going wherever the wind took me, but I knew I wanted to be something, you know? I had the vision, and I seen the visions of me being a big star or being on the stage. So whatever it could take me to get to that point, I just kept going, and I hit a few roadblocks, but I had this energy that always connected me to someone or in this industry, this music industry. Actually pretty exciting and like around a legend and stuff. So like everybody in Florida grew up listening to Hot Boys and all the Cash Money. It was cool, but he kept falling asleep he'll fall asleep in a session, right? Then he'd be like, yo, Neff, yo, play that East Saint Laurent over again, because that's a song that we had. And actually another song's called Monroe, and he made us shoot the video, like gave me hella designer, put his chains on, let me rock his chains in the video and stuff. He wanted to sign me, but I was in a weird situation, like signed to another person already, just being one of those dumb hood niggas that just like, yo, this is a way out of the hood, so I'm gonna just sign this paperwork. Didn't get no lawyer, no nothing. I was stuck in a contract. I'm glad I didn't actually sign to him, because probably would have been in another situation. You never know. I would have been quick to sign it for a few bucks and probably been stuck now to this day. A person can go out there and try to go on tours and everything and still won't get a fan base from that. It's all about your music and your craft and the energy that you're giving people. People want to feel like they can touch you, or they want to feel like they can actually relate to you. You got to give them the vibe. I know how to do everything, so it's just like, I know how to rap, I know how to sing, I know how to dance. But the way they're coming about it, you have to give people a stepping stool. You gotta crawl before you walk. So obviously you gotta give the records that's more hip to time. Then when you start getting more of a bigger fan base, you can put the music that you want to do. You can explore more. But now these days, music is getting so quick, you can do whatever you want. There's no rules. That's why I got fuck the rules on my neck, because you can do whatever the fuck you want in life. And no one can judge you, no one can tell you shit. We just dropped a record today with OVO artist Preem. We just dropped a record called Goals. Then we have Dreamin', and then I'm cooking up with Tyla Yaweh right now. And we both have the same inspirations in like rock music and just the vibe of rock music too, like, and everything, not just rock. I have hella other collaborations that's coming out too with big producers like Murda. We got something that we cooking up. And this one record, we got a couple records with Fernando Gerbley. He's dope. He did Born This Way for Lady Gaga, and he's just fire. He's a legend. Whitney Houston, hella people, Sia, like a lot of people. So he gives me a lot of inspiration too. So all these guys got huge ass mansions and Lambos. That's where I'm trying to get. So.